Hey y'all! Well, hey y'all! That's just flat annoying. How y'all doing? Well, I thought I would do a little special something today, and I always act like y'all don't know what's coming, but you've seen the title, so you do know what's coming. How you doing? You doing all right? I know some of you not doing all right. I always say, are you doing all right? But I know some of you doing real good. So you know what? It's good to celebrate what's going right. Right? Right. You know what? Even when things are going wrong, it is important to celebrate what's going right. Okay? I mixed necklaces. What do y'all think? I mixed silver and gold. My husband gave me this beautiful diamond and ruby necklace, and I never wear it because I've gotten into wearing white gold or silver, sterling silver, or platinum if I had any. I'm just kidding. I don't like platinum. I feel like it's a dull looking metal. I do. And I feel like this is just delicious coffee. Oh, by the way, this is OPI in the Clouds. I remember how I did it once on long nails and I didn't like it. I tried it on short nails and I do like it. You can never figure with me. Okay. Are we done? I need to do this quickly. First of all, what is this little pillow pad for? Well, it's for when you tone your face. And my favorite toner when I use one, I don't use one daily, but when I do, it is the LeBlanc Brightening Moisture Lotion. And it's actually a toner. I don't know why it doesn't just say toner. But I use this, and see how it's fuzzy on this side? I use the side that's not fuzzy. Isn't that weird? That's how I do it. That is how I do it. That is how I do it. This is how I do it. Okay, I'll just get to it. I don't know who that band is, but I know people like it. And I think my husband plays it at some of his gigs. I guess because it's popular. But anyway, first skincare. So cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it. If you don't have your makeup all the way off, even after you shower, even after you use your, oh, I forgot. I'll do a skincare one. But to get makeup off, I am sold on the Demi Wipes from MAC. The MAC wipes just, they get everything off. Everything. They smell okay. They don't have so much fibers in them, that come off on your and get in your eyelashes, but I just love it. And also the packaging is pearlized, and then it's got black and white. I think that's very pretty. And I have the big one, and I have the little medium one to take on, or the small one to take when I go overseas. Almost just choked. Okay, so skincare. What do I do with it? I still like my Ultra Correction Line Repair Anti-Wrinkle Cream from Chanel, and I'm getting low on it. It's got a little pump. Don't get excited. Don't try to copy it. You can't find it. If you do find it, you better buy it from me and send it to me. Just kidding. Love it. Just lightly pat it on ring finger, go underneath, and I rub it back and forth, and then pat it again, and I'm done. Then my Le Lift Cream Riche from Chanel. It's very heavy. It's very hard to take with me somewhere. So whenever I get samples from buying this, or if I get any Chanel products and I ask for samples and it offers this, I always get this because this is glass and it is super heavy. And I'm about halfway through. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Okay, so there's that. Now to the real stuff. Putting on your makeup. Hands down, my perfect makeup day is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. And only halfway looked at it that time. And my color, you would think I'd know by now, is Beige Rose in 22. There's a beige So those of you who just came in, you thought I was speaking another language, didn't you? French? Hmm? Bonjour, Michel. Ça va? Oui, ça va. Et toi? Pas mal. Je t'aime. Je suis belle. French 101. Okay, so absolutely shake it up, shake all any foundation up. You can hear there's a little mixing bead in there. And I apply it directly to the brush. One of the things I was going to show you for everything that I use, I'm going to show you what I use it with. So this is the IT Cosmetics 301 Velvet Luxe Buffing Foundation. You can see it's at a bit of an angle. I adore it. I tried to use a couple other ones. Did y'all know that? I may try the Chanel one. I'll try This is so dense and so perfect that it goes perfect with this. And I don't know if that would be true if this went with other ones, because it doesn't as well. I can even put this on with my hands, so it's fine. But anyway, matter of fact, I think I read that this is to be put on with your hands because it has a velvet powder finish. But I get the same finish with this. I love this. Now, because it's so dense, it's hard to clean. But, and I'll tell you again at the end, clean all my brushes with IT Cosmetic Brush Bath Purifying Blush. Why can't I talk today? Purifying Brush Cleaner. It's that I can't read. I can talk fine. So anyway, hands down, the best, the best. You can use either a paper towel, which is what my recommendation is, or an old rag. This for nothing but cleaning. When I say old rag, I don't mean gross. It has to be clean. But like a rag that you're not worried about what it looks like, and you can just, because you can wash, you can launder it. But paper towels is probably the best. Anyway, we have news. Okay. Did y'all's phones do that? Do you have a little alert set up and they go, for each one of the stations they have a different kind of a sound? Anyway, all right, so there's that. And so once I've got my foundation on, I can either do an all-over bronzer, which if I do an all-over bronzer, I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury's Film Star Bronze and Glow because it's very brown. And so I don't use much of it. And I also have the Chanel cream one, but I don't know. I haven't fallen in love with that yet. But because I bought that, and I think it was Makeup by Tiffany D, also talked about using the Chanel No. 2 Powder Contour Brush. I got this, and this is for truly for, I use it for bronzing and instead of just contouring. I don't use this for contouring. But, well, I mean, some people would say that, but generally people do the 3 motion, you know, where they do right here, and then they come in right there, and then they come in right there. I never do anything that exact with a brush like this. I literally would just, why do I skip words? Why? Do y'all do that? Do you talk so fast you skip words and people go, what'd you say? I use this on my outer temples. I guess I do brush right there, but that's not what I use for contour. I may do that just for the sake of it. And then I do come under here, and then I turn it sideways and do all under here. So that's what I use if I use a bronzer. Like if I've gotten a tan and I make my face look so not, then I will use a bronzer. Other than that, I do not use a bronzer. But I do use a bronzer. And that is the Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. But I use this for contouring with this brush. What does that say? NARS. Okay. Actually, I had another one that was like this. Anyway. And because, see how it's skinny and then wide? What I do, this is a true color to my skin. So I love Park Avenue Princess. I think for any fair skinned person, this does not look orange. It does not look too brown. It looks just right. And when I dust it around, I stay above the crease of your face. And let's say you don't have one. Good. You're going to make one artistically. Stay above it. And first of all, I make a line and then I brush it out like that. All the time staying above this, because what I'm doing is creating that. And look how it gives me this lifted look. And yet, there's not like a line. It's not a line. Alright, so anyway, that's what I use for that. Then, once I've bronzed, then I am really loving this Love Flush. And you guys, this is from Too Faced. It was a long-lasting 16-hour blush wardrobe. And so, I do need to go figure out which one of these are my favorites. But what I absolutely love about it that makes it so unique is that I can choose and blend. I can choose from this any one of the colors. You can see the color I've used the most is Baby Love. That's because it may take a little more and it can be used for bronzing. And I also like Justify My Love and I Will Always Love You. Justify My Love is very, very pink. And I use that to dust right up here and then I swirl it backward right here on the apples of my cheeks. Or if I'm using a more orangey tone, I use I Will Always Love You. The rest of these are pretty serious. I wouldn't mind having every one of these. I really do love them all. So maybe that's what I've learned from getting my little wardrobe. And the blush brush that I use is from Chanel and it's their number 4. So that makes 2 Chanel brushes so far. And 1 NARS and 1 IT Cosmetics so far. Alright, now to put my eye makeup on. I do not always use a primer, and I think that's okay. If I had to say, you know, if you had the perfect makeup day, easy and looking good, what would it be? Well, I'm wearing it. I hope I look good today, but it's this eyeshadow. Y'all know I love Urban Decay's Ammo palette just because it's got so many options. But they are shimmers or satines. I don't think I remember any mattes. And for this kind of a look that is just a go-to look, it is expensive. It is the Tom Ford, and it is number 303 Cocoa Mirage. And this quad is perfectly, so it doesn't look so gross. Hold on, let me wipe it a little bit. I know I was going to bring it on camera and open it. It looks gross. Anyway, because I use it. That's a perfect matte. And this one right here has a little bit of a sateen to it. And it's got a little bit more of a rust or it's got some gold shimmer undertones. Almost a rose gold shimmer undertone to this brown. So it's good if you ever want to do, like, change this to, instead of having a white on your lid, to making it dark. I would use that, the dark color, because it's got some sparkle to it. Or if you wanted to use a liner brush and do it here for evening, I would do that. But just for an everyday look, I told you I'd show you the brushes. My brushes are not clean. I need to use my ITS. These are all Sigma Beauty brushes, you guys, and I love Sigma Beauty brushes. I should be a, what do you call it, affiliate. I should write them. Anyway, they should write me. I don't care. All right, so E55, this is what I use, and this is a eye shading brush, but I use it. I used to use the angled one, and you could use the angled eye shading brush, but I just like this one because it's dome shaped instead of angled for some reason, and I just really love pushing this up in here. So that's what I use for the highlighter. Then I move to the transition area between the crease and the brow bone, and I use this large fluff E50, and you can see it's wide, so it gets a whole lot of space at a time. And I use that neutral color right there. That's your transition color. It's kind of a sandy beige. And then to really put the color I want in my crease, that one kind of makes the two come together. It would be like white brown. So that's your kind of sandy in between blender color. Then I use a small tape